This Sunday, September 8th, 2024, in Connecticut, at Macedonia Brook State Park, you are gonna see why I'm the greatest 42-year-old rookie ultramarathon runner of all time. You are gonna see why they call me, woo, the Nature Man, Joey B. Now, I might not have any titles at the moment, but I'll tell you this, woo, I am the champion of my own self. I have the best hair, the best clothes, take a look at this, the best physique, the best running gear, and I can have any race I want, just like that. Last month I went to Maine, and now they know why they also call me the 10-hour man. Because it might take me all day to do it, but you can bet the house that I'm gonna finish the race. Everywhere I race, take a look at this. Everywhere I race, they shower me with swag for the finishes I give them. And Macedonia, woo, you're next. I heard what they said about you on the website with your unparalleled single-track trails and your dense forest trails. I hear you're supposed to be one of the most rugged courses on the East Coast. You think you can beat Joey B because you're that much harder than all these other races? Well, I got news for you, Macedonia. Woo! The Nature Man always adapts. It doesn't matter if you have 8,000 feet of elevation. Woo! I'll finish. It doesn't matter if I gotta climb up and down rocks all day long. Woo! I'll finish. It doesn't matter if I've been watching live concert footage for weeks on end and not thinking about the race at all. Woo! I'll finish. And I'm having a hard time holding these trail runners down. Woo! 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 I gotta get to Connecticut. Hi, I'm Joey B, and we're gonna start in medias res on this one, in the middle of things. It was an adventure getting here, let's just say. We don't even have time for that, but where is here? Well, I'm in Kent, Connecticut, just a few miles from the Appalachian Trail, actually, and I just started my 5th ultramarathon, and let's get right down to it. I'm nervous about this one. It's definitely gonna be the hardest one that I've done so far. And then second, I'm feeling a little undertrained. Now, it's not like I haven't been training, it's more like staying ready. This will make 5 ultramarathons in 6 months. And that sounds totally crazy to say out loud right now, but this is my rookie ultramarathon season, so I don't know any better. Here I am, this is what I signed up for, and I'm determined to see it through. I think I got this, but been a little distracted lately. Last month I was in Maine. I finished the Blue Hill Mountain 50K. I'm actually still editing that video, but it'll be done by the time you see this. That was last month. Then last week, I see what is, in my opinion, the best working band in the world, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. And this is my first time seeing them. So I'm replaying that concert in my mind over the last week, and then on top of that, they're live streaming all of their concerts. So I've been watching them live like 5 nights a week. And then it's like, oh yeah, you got your 5th ultramarathon. You gotta get to Connecticut. Oh yeah, it's gonna be like the hardest one yet. So anyway, I'm not gonna worry about all that. One more leg to the adventure. I'm gonna power through just like a dragon. Not gonna be a lot of fun and games today. Today is all business. This is the Macedonia 50K in Macedonia Brook State Park, Kent, Connecticut. So, can we get that course profile up on the screen? Boom! Now, we see the main course is about 10 miles long, and we're gonna have to do 3 loops. So, that's not too bad. I think the less loops, the better. We're gonna have a hands-free second loop, and that's really what's gonna determine whether I finish the race or not, I think, is how it goes on the second loop and where I am at the end of that. If I'm in, you know, okay shape, feeling good the rest of the way, you just power through that last loop. If I'm falling apart by the end of the second loop, let's just not even think about that. Because what I want to think about is, it was only last week that I saw my favorite band for the first time, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, and they're playing at Red Rocks tonight. So, by my time, they'll probably be going stage like 10:30. If all goes well, maybe I'm actually home by then. Let's just say victory is not assured. And I'm confident but not cocky. So on a regular basis, I'm used to doing maybe 1,000 feet of elevation, 2,000. And then in races, I've done 4, 5, 6, even did 7,000 once. But today it's gonna be like 8,000. Now, so far, I would give Connecticut at least a 7 on the Lord of the Rings scale. Maybe 8. And maybe look at this. This is very rugged, Middle Earth-like terrain. This is one of the reasons I signed up for this race. Spots like this. Man, I was just starting to think that like how this loop really isn't that bad. It doesn't have that like, oh, that like punishing moment when you see something, your stomach just sinks. Yeah, I was just thinking that a couple minutes ago, and then I just got that sinking feeling that, yeah, that's pretty steep. Now I feel fine at the moment, but I'm gonna have to do this 3 times. Oh, that's right. There's a rope here to help pull yourself up because it's that steep. All right, we'll catch you when we're right up there. Yeah, that was actually not fun. I thought it was gonna be. Now I'm past that, and now it's pretty steep here. Hello.
Good job.
Will this be Cobble Hill?
Yep.
It is. All right.
Cobble Mountain.
Oh, that's why. Yeah.
You got a YouTube channel? Is that why you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Hi.
Yeah.
Joey B running.
New York.
Wow. Cobble Mountain, of course. Where am I? No, I think Cobble Hill's in the Adirondacks.
Probably.
This is Cobble Mountain.
All things are relative. The Adirondacks, they might call it.
Yeah. Did I say 7 on the Lord of the Rings scale? I think that's at least a hard 8. Yeah, at least a hard 8. I mean, that's pretty good. The East Coast, it's got all kinds of Middle Earth locations. And I was just in Maine, that was definitely a 10. This course is making a play for a 9 on the Lord of the Rings scale. I mean, this is very technical. What does technical terrain mean? That. It's the complete opposite of running on a road. It's just, yeah, I'm staring at the ground like laser focus every single step. That's what it takes. Ow. Good thing I've trained for this. I may be a little undertrained lately. Ow! Ow! I was saying, I might be a little undertrained lately, but 3 weeks ago, I did make it to the Appalachian Trail by where I live. It was the same route of a video that I did when I was getting ready for my first ultramarathon. So you can find that link in the description. I would say that's a good example of a ultra primer. It's very rugged terrain out there. So actually rockier than this even. But today is going to be worse overall. It's about mile 12. Back at the starting line, finished the first loop. Things are pretty good. I feel good. But the second loop is gonna be what makes or breaks the race. I just know it. I'm just gonna put the camera away, focus. I'm gonna be like this. This is me, just like the King Gizzard song, Dragon. And then the only thing that concerns me is it's about 3 hours and 15 minutes in right now. I think there's a 10-hour time limit. So if I triple that, I don't know. I don't want to think about that right now. I just want to stay hydrated. And I'm not going to see you till the third loop, and hopefully things are good by then. So we're going to do a little time jump here. Time skip. All right. Mile 22. We're on the beginning of loop 3. I'm feeling okay. I shed some extra weight at the aid station. A little less clothes, a little less items in the backpack. It is 150, and the cutoff to start the third loop is 155. So cutting a little close, but I'm still in the race. You know, it is officially a 10-hour time limit, but the real cutoff was starting the third loop. So thank you, race directors, for being generous on the finish. What that means is I don't think I have to stress out on this loop. I just have to not die. It's me today. A fire of a dragon in my heart. That's what I feel. Just like that King Gizzard song. Mile 29. And I finally got to the worst part. Boy, that rope really helped. I just came up all that. You think, oh, I'm undone, right? No. Then it's all that. I really want to be done. Oh, here we are. Cabo Mountain. One last time. Off in the distance, Catskill Mountains. Mile 31. And I'm out of the woods, which means it's like a few tenths of a mile to go. Now it's 5 o'clock. It's technically when I was supposed to be done by, but hey, look, I'm here. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. I think they're gonna give it to me. So, let's pick it up. All right. Here we are, finally, the home stretch. Not gonna be many people left to greet me. That's okay. and now they know why they also call me the 10-hour man. Because it might take me all day to do it, but you can bet the house that I'm gonna finish the race. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Nice job out there.
Did that count?
Absolutely. Because we started at 5 after, and we couldn't give you the good old Boston 59 seconds on the the last
I appreciate
minute.
that so much.
Yeah, congratulations.
This is a tough course. You weren't kidding.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Very good.
Great time. Great course.
Awesome.
Yeah. Now,
Not an easy one.
good job. Well done. Thank you.
Good job.
I made it, and I didn't die. And it counts. That was tough. All right. Brought to you by Steep Endurance. It was steep today. Yeah. And I reached the summit of my potential today. It was definitely the hardest I've done. I don't know where I'd be without poles. I didn't see too many people with poles. Yeah, I needed them bad. Oh, great job, man. All right. And regroup here, piece myself back together. All right, 31 miles and 8,000 feet of elevation later, and I crossed the finish line. They gave it to me. It's 40 seconds over. No big deal. Here's my finisher medal. Check this out. This is very well designed and well deserved. That's gonna go on my bookcase for a little bit. My feet feel shredded. I hit the same spot on my left foot like 10 times. Felt like I was playing soccer with rocks today, but I gotta get out of here. If I can leave here in the next hour and get a little bit of quiet time in the car, rest my eyes, I might just make it back in time for the live stream of King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard at Red Rocks tonight. This was me. This was me all day, man. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Check out that song, Dragon. That was me all day. Dragon, 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 dragon. Well, I feel much better now. I've had a whole week to do nothing but sleep, go to work, and watch King Gizzard live streams. In fact, the last show of this leg of the tour was last night at the Gorge in Washington. Mind-blowing show. Now, King Gizzard will be back in America in November, so if you're interested in seeing live concert footage for free on YouTube of one of the hottest bands in the world, their YouTube channel is King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Now, the night of the race, they were playing in Red Rocks. I did make it back for the end of the show live, and I watched the whole thing in its entirety the next day. Well, look what they played in the middle of the set. Yeah, man, Macedonia 50K. It was a dragon of a course. I feel like I had to summon my inner dragon to complete it. Now, my recovery this week has been totally fine. So that's a huge relief because remember, I was nervous coming into this. Now, biggest issues, if any, was my toes have some bruises from hitting all those rocks. And at the time I was getting mad at myself for stubbing my toes so much. And then later I realized I was at like 65,000 steps for the day. That's almost all on the course. So I only hit my foot 10, 15 times, okay. And then somewhere in the second loop, I believe I got stung by a bee or a hornet or something right in the back of my left heel. I just felt this like needle go in. Then it was hurting for a few minutes. Then the next day, this huge red blotch appears on my ankle. So I don't know, I think he jabbed me like 5 times. It's a minor nuisance, but not enough to stop me from finishing the race. Yeah, dragon, dragon, dragon. But a week later, my feet look almost normal. And the bruises are almost gone. The rash from the sting is almost gone. My toenails are still intact. But don't worry, I'm not gonna show you my feet. Why would I give that away for free? So, closing thoughts on the Macedonia 50K. Well, it's the perfect swan song for my rookie ultramarathon season. At the beginning of the season, I thought it was gonna be 6 ultras in 6 states. And at the time, I thought, oh, it's just another race to just show up and do it. No, that was totally crazy. You know, it's not enough time to properly recover, anticipate the next race mentally, etc., etc. So that's it. That's it for this season. Did 5 ultra marathons in 5 different states. I crushed all my goals for the year. I couldn't be happier. And it's been such an amazing journey this year. To think where I was when I started at the beginning of 2024 and thinking, wait, I got an ultra that I signed up for in a couple months. I haven't even started training yet. I gotta get training. And getting a GoPro for the first time, taking it out in the snow, and then the Hat Run 50K, pouring rain all day. To be able to complete my first ultra in those conditions meant the world to me. Then it ramps up to the next level, the Full Moon 60K in West Virginia. That was probably the race of the year. I mean, that was a masterpiece course and incredibly challenging, but I got it. Then after that, the Sharp Top 50K, the technicality of the course jumps up again. It rains again. Then it starts to get really nuts. Only 5 weeks later, I do the Blue Hill Mountain 50K in Maine, the one I got most blown up by, but I found a way to finish. And then the 5th and final ultra of the year, finished by the skin of my teeth. So I want to quit while I'm ahead, and now I want to break. But don't you worry, I'll be back. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Yeah, it's amazing to take a step back and see myself at the finish line of these 5 different races, and to see what I accomplished just in 9 months. And to think, at the beginning of the year, I was thinking what it would take to complete an ultra marathon. I said, you gotta be a maniac to do one of these things. How am I gonna do this? I gotta transform myself. I was just an aspiring maniac. And now here I am in September, and I just don't think I can say I'm aspiring anymore.